Oh man. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Morphin Metacast. We are back. Appreciate you guys' feedback and listening to our 50th episode. That was fun. I'm actually gonna upload the actual video of that on the website, so be on the lookout for that. But
Not YouTube though.
oh hell no. YouTube would be like, no, fuck you. I'm surprised Facebook hasn't said anything. Not gonna
Man,
wait on that one.
You know Zuckerberg, that's the guy's damn wild west. They don't give a fuck. As long as it's not kiddie porn, as long as you want showing people dangling each other, you good.
Also, as long as you're not talking about white people and saying they're trash, you're good.
I mean, well,
yeah, you know,
Zuck knows his people. Zuck knows his people.
Of course. How's it going, man?
Guten Tag, mein dude. How are you doing this fine Sunday? Which we were supposed to record this yesterday, but we both got preoccupied.
Hey, I was too busy geeking out at Batman scaring the shit out of a kid in the gang to where he doesn't want to be part of a gang anymore. That's what I was doing.
Like, I know I say this a lot, but like, I really appreciate the fact that we live in a culture now where every live action Batman is going to do Arkham takedowns. I'm like, oh, this is beautiful. This is great.
I mean, look, man, you know, people might look. I don't even think he killed that guy. I'm just going to say that guy's eating out the straw He's eating out the straw for a half a year, at least.
Oh, he's in traction for at least 6 months. At the least, he's in traction for 6 months.
All I'm saying is 3 of those gang members found Jesus after that. They was like, nah.
They're like, you know what? I'm gonna go back to past. Look, what's that shit Damien said in Injustice 2? He was like, so you won't kill, but you're okay with permanently breaking their fucking vertebrae?
Listen, if you read Batman comics, that's basically on brand, because Batman will literally break your arm and be like, talk, and I'm like, dude, I'm in pain right now. This hurts.
But you know,
oh, you went mute. You muted. Oh, still mute.
Hold up. Can you hear me now?
Okay, there.
All right, there we go. Wouldn't be a show without technical difficulties. So as I was going to say, I'll say this for Bruce. At the very least, only thing he's gonna do is like punch and hit me with like above average human strength. You can recover from that shit. Hawkman is hitting you in the face with a goddamn mace.
It's like break into a vehicle, blam! I'm like, oh shit.
I'm like, I was just breaking an entry. Did you have to throw a fucking axe in my arm, you dick?
But anyways, we have a lot of Power Ranger news, you know, Lightning Collection and rumors and other stuff. So let's start with this. So there was a rumor that started up. I'm not going to name the outlet because I ain't really trying to start any more fights, even though that's on brand for me. Apparently, allegedly, there's rumors and news that Hasbro is leaving Toei. Not really confirmed or anything like that. And there's been a speculation on what that could mean for the future of Power Rangers and things like that. And I saw somebody break it down in the fact that Hasbro is probably not leaving Toei, but they're probably going to renegotiate contracts. That seems like the likelihood of what's happening.
Yeah, I think that is more logical. So I've seen some of those same rumors. You know, I don't know. Like, I'm of two minds. One mind where I'm like, that's ridiculous. The other mind where I'm like, you know, Hasbro do be on that level of bullshit where I can kind of see that being conceivable.
Mm-hmm.
So,
I mean, and it's also the aspect that if, let's go with the logic that Hasbro decides they want to go original, that's a lot of money that you got to put into original footage, suits, and just everything.
Yeah, and one of the reasons why they moved to New Zealand in the first fucking place is that they did not want to incur expense. Like it was a cost cutting measure.
LA prices are pretty high,
and I heard they're getting higher all the time. So like, and even if, let's say for example, like they do switch to animated, which I hope they don't do, but let's say they do, then at that point, what would be the point of keeping the brand just for like brand name? Like I know we've had this discussion before on the show, and we, you know, back and forth about it, but like the whole allure of this franchise is that it is in live action. Yes, I understand that in animation you can do certain things that, you know, you can't do in live action. You're not beholden to the rules of physics, and there are certain places you can go and do. But the reason a lot of people, including children, like it is because it is a live action, air quotes, cartoon. Like it's, you see actual people and the physicality and the rubber costumes. That's where it is. Now, if Hasbro took it over, and they just made it a general cartoon, I'm gonna be honest, like I don't really foresee them doing anything more interesting, especially if I'm juxtaposing this with their current Transformer cartoon outtake.
Yeah.
Not a good look, bro. Like I don't see them doing anything that we couldn't get better than 150 other action cartoons that are on the air right now. So
basically, I mean, it's weird. I know a lot of people are hyped for. I mean, don't get me wrong. At one point, I was kind of hyped for cartoon and thinking of possibilities and stuff, but at the same time, I was like, hold up. The charm is the guys in suits at that point. So
yeah, like
so
I don't have a problem with a cartoon. It's like a movie or one season thing, but to switch the brand over wholly to a cartoon, that's gonna be a no for me, dog.
yeah. And then you got the Lightning Collection front. I don't know what the fuck is going on with Hasbro. I've seen people, Sharp being one of them, mention the fact that a lot of the stuff dealing with the toys being out in the wild is on par with Hasbro because they gave an example of Transformers and how the toys will be out before it even gets an official, like, hey, it's out in the wild, guys. Because and then also you got the way the toys are coming out right now, Dino Thunder White looking a little meh.
Like, and it's so egregious because I've seen
it's the helmet. The helmet is obvious. It's like even me looking at it, I was like, something looks off.
And it's bad because on the packaging, he looks right on the packaging. So I'm like, you see it side by side, and you're like, wait a minute, hold on.
Because I can deal with Omega Ranger not having the slash on his back. I'm fine with that to a degree, but at the same time, I get why people might feel some sort of way. But the Dino Thunder White, I was like, whoa, something's off with this. Like, why does it look like that? And I've seen people, there's a couple people I follow on Instagram that did their custom
like Gundam markers and shit. I'm like, but I'm maybe I'm old fashioned, but I feel like
have to do that.
We shouldn't have to do that. No, we shouldn't. Like,
shouldn't have to do that.
What the fuck? What the fuck? And then like, so we've been clowning Bandai for a minute, but like I guarantee you, not even having figure in hand, I know that the legacy Dino Thunder White is probably way better. Like
look, the most we got on Bandai, if I remember our past episodes correctly, we got on them for the gold on the Dino Thunder and the Green Ranger that we had the Gundam marker, the gold in. All right,
and the noodle legs, Lord Dragon. We made fun of that. Shit.
Yeah, we made fun of that. And the lack of weapons on the MMPR that they ended up re-putting back out with the weapons on their last year of having the MMPR before we went to Hasbro. That's about it on like the really.
And to be fair, like Hasbro's not that good with accessories either. Like I'm gonna be honest with you, like I'm getting kind of tired of like those colored effects. I'm like you can keep all them shits. I don't mind it.
I don't mind it. I don't mind them on the Psycho Rangers because I think it's dope in terms of trying to do the effect of them taking that. That works.
They had an analog in the show. Like that was one of their abilities. But like, does everyone need to come with like sprinkly and shit? Like, I'd rather have more weapons. Can I swap these out? Can you?
I mean, I appreciate
the Trans Dagger. Can I get the Blade Blaster in sword mode? Can I get that instead? No. Okay.
I mean, and then I start figuring out. It's like, look, man. Todd McFarlane said it best. You want your action figures looking like the pictures? Get a camera and take a picture of the people's face. Because I'm sorry, Zack with dreads does not look like Zack in the fucking season 2 of Power Rangers. I'm sorry. Like, it is saying a lot when MMPR Zack's head on the Armored Black Ranger looks better than the dreadhead Zack. That's sad. Uh-oh. Is Prime there? Oh, don't tell me he left. Oh, damn. Hold up. Did he freeze? Okay, you're back.
Just not going to let me roast Comcast or just not let me roast Hasbro. Like, goddamn.
No, but Dreadhead Zack is not looking the same as season 2 Zack. That's sad.
Bruh, did you see even Walter was kind of that shit? Like, yo, I'll pose for a picture next time.
Bro.
You have my phone number. Just fucking call me.
Todd McFarlane literally said, just take a picture. And there you go. That's all you need. Is there like royalties in doing that? I'm assuming maybe that's what it is. Is there murky like royalty battles if you do that? Like, I'm confused.
Are you scanning the Pogs? Are you scanning the fucking Morphin head figures? Because it's fucking crazy to me. Because like you look at that shit, right? And then you turn around and you look at the Star Wars figures or the Marvel Legends movie figures. And you're like,
those figures are looking pretty good.
I'm like, so is the C team on this shit? Like, what the fuck?
Bro. How is it that old boy that plays Ant-Man, his face looks just like him.
How come you get Hayden Christensen's fucking mean mug scowl as evil Anakin,
On point.
but you can't get my boy Jason David Frank right? Like, what the fuck?
I mean, to be fair, it looks better than the Japanese one that came out last year.
That is true.
That looked like Bishonen. That looked like Bishonen Tommy.
I'm like, oh, why is Yaoi Jason and Tommy? They're doing things to me. They're doing things to me emotionally.
It's like I'm slightly turned on by this. I don't know why. It's weird.
Like, oh, he's having to come over here eyes. To come over here eyes. Oh no. Oh,
But yeah, but it's just weird seeing that, and then like right now, apparently in the wild right now, as we speak, Zero Ranger 5 Red is out.
So you're just not gonna let me get my Master Morphin display, Hasbro? That's what you're gonna do? You're gonna keep me from that shit?
Meanwhile, I'm waiting for Walmart to ship me my Legacy Morpher because I looked at it and I was like, God damn it, you got me for that fucking Morpher. Damn it.
It's supposed to be stronger than that, Siege. It's supposed to be stronger.
I don't know. You know what? I did pay it for it because I gave my younger cousins my Bandai because I didn't collect all the Bandai build a figure for Dino Thunder, so I only had red, blue, and black. So I was like, well, I don't have the other ones. I'll just give the 3 to my cousins, and they were like, "Oh, Power Rangers! All right, cool." And I was like, "Have fun."
All right, there you go. All right, there you go. That's
Pay
cool.
for it. You know, they enjoyed it.
And we fucking forgot. Dino Charge Black. He's also in the wild. Is I think a Target exclusive?
Really?
Yes. Yes. Hasbro does not give a fuck. Does not give an absolute shit. They don't care.
It's Aliani Oxenfree. Just get it if you can.
We talked about this before, but I feel it's like they don't really give a shit about the brand at large. They just wanted the Mighty Morphin Power Ranger license for T-shirts and Hot Topic accessories. Like they don't.
Even before then, man. Like even during Bandai, Hot Topic put out T-shirts, so I can't even sit there and give Hasbro that credit.
Well, I'm not gonna lie. I do want that Angel Grove Juice Bar shirt. That shit looks.
I mean, yeah, might have to cop that. Might have to cop that.
Don't have to pick that one up. Not gonna lie. Don't have to grab that one. Yes, sir.
I mean, leadership is just weird. And then you look on the comic book front. Look, man.
Sleep at the wheel. Like it's like, does anybody give a shit? Does anyone there care? Is there a brand editor? Is there like I am the Power Rangers editor? I am the captain of this ship. These are the rules of what you can and cannot do. There isn't. It fucking shows. Fucking shows.
I'm just saying, like, at some point, it's like, look, I understand MMPR is a quantity. I get it. 100% get it. You know how your franchise stays stagnant when you still stay in the same spinning wheels of MMPR. You have to kind of start moving forward a little bit. Zio.
Don't give me that. And then don't give me that. But Beyond the Grid sucked. It's trash.
Had promise, but
it did. Those first two issues, I was like, oh buddy. And then it just did this shit.
Spinning wheels. Hey guys, Solo Rangers, you like them? Sure, I guess.
No, that's not why I'm giving you money. I was giving you money for that cover with all the fucking different teams. That's why I was paying you. You fucking bamboozled me, you sons of bitches.
I mean, and then I mean, yeah, you Blackwing's right. I mean, it makes bread. It sucks to admit it, true, but at some point, it's like, look, when I had to look at that cover of Green Ranger alongside the White Ranger and the other crew, I'm like, okay, what's going on here?
Not Green Ranger. That's whatever the shit Bat in the Sun is doing.
Somebody said that's Zordon, and I'm like, sure, fine, I guess.
No, it's probably gonna be Homeboy from Go-Go. What's his name? Matthew.
Man.
Look, I hope it's him because I think he need. I'm of two minds. Like, I don't think that everyone who's a side character should get a power. Like, you do need civilians to show a balance between the superheroics and the regular life. Like, you just need that.
I mean, we saw in the future with Dracon where there were civilians putting in work with no Rangers being around. They like Bulk and Skull out there being the resistance. Like, you can do that.
Well, technically, Skull was a Red Ranger. He was
True. But still, I mean, the humans are out there. Aisha and them were putting in work.
Fucking Drake universe. Anyway, like, Bat's a cool character. I think he needs more shine. He needs to be used in the book more.
Yeah.
I really hope. I don't know. Like I said, I'm of two minds. But if you were gonna give Matt a power, like one of the few times I would be okay with like a Boom OC Donut Steel suit. Like I said, like why not give him a suit based on Titanus? Why can't he be the Titanus Ranger?
It's like OG, just original, might as well and stuff. I mean, I know. Okay, so this is where me and Prime are split. So I read the one shot Pink Ranger book. I enjoyed it. I sense predictability on where the series is going to go when it gets proper and stuff. I'm hoping it's not that predictable. I'm hoping it's not.
You hope your hope is in futile, sir. You already know.
Because the idea is there, but I'm just like, all right, I'm gonna see where this goes.
Whatever you're thinking they're gonna do, they're going to do the most bland, basic, Betty ass route, opposite version of whatever it is you're thinking of. So
I mean, don't get it twisted. I mean, in Power Rangers, I rolled my eyes at a lot of stuff, but when I saw Zombie Rangers, I was like,
and then they don't do anything. They're like, they have no impact on the story. Like, then why would you introduce this concept? Why is it even a fucking concept?
The ghost of Rita is back, and I'm like, okay, cool, I guess.
Like, the fucking dog is.
I mean, look, hey, our girl Scorpina is getting to come up. I'm fine with that too. I'm happy about that, but it's at what cost? Do you remember? Like the first 4 issues, counting the 0 issue, so I guess the first 5 issues, where we had hope that this series is gonna like delve in and show us aspects of the Power Ranger universe that we had never seen before. Maybe elaborate on some different relationships or bring things in new context we hadn't thought of. Like, conceptualizing it for modern day before it became the Drake and Power Hour. Fuck these books. I mean, look, somebody was like, hey, they're not all Drake. And I was like, okay, maybe I'm tripping. Then the descriptions came out, and I was like, oh, we're going back to Drake.
They're going 100% Drake. And like, look, any other comic book, look, I'm sorry.
It's Wolverine. It's like Wolverine is from Marvel, where you're like, all right, guys, how many times you gonna milk Wolverine before we're like, all right, chill.
Like, I'm sorry, but like Drake is not interesting. Like, I'm sorry, but he's not. Like,
initially he was, and then it's like, all right, it was cool for his one-off, and then
look, I wouldn't even give you that because I'm like, he's not even a fucking original concept. It's like, this is an evil Tommy, except more evil. Like, I don't give a fuck. Like, at the very most, this shit should have been like a 3-issue fucking arc in any other comic book, because you were like, okay, I exhausted this idea, and me as a writer, let me try some new ideas. Let me put these characters in some new situations.
I mean, Necessary Evil put some original eyes. I mean, look, I appreciate at least I appreciate Necessary Evil for no Drake on. So I was like, all right, cool, I'm fine with that.
You will sit there, and you will enjoy Hi-Hi Sentai Dairanger. You enjoy it.
Yes.
With heavy.
I swear to God, folks, when Prime said that shit, I had to step away from the computer. I was dying laughing. I was like, hiya, Tommy. That might be the episode name of this episode. It won't even be Dairanger. Sentai Dairanger.
And I feel like I had somebody ask me, like, well, would you rather have no Power Ranger comic books? I'm like, based on what we've gotten, yes, I'd rather have this.
Look, I'm at the countdown. I'm like countdown to when we're gonna get Ninja Power Rangers at this stage. I'm just like, yo, can we get season 3 yet? Are we at season 3?
If the book lasts that fucking long doing the shit they doing, like, look, I feel at this stage, like, you remember that scene from The Walking Dead where Carl was about to eat dog food, but Rick took it and snatched out his hands and threw it away, and the intent or the purpose of that scene is to show that no matter how low you sink or how desperate you may feel, you should always maintain your dignity, and there are some lines that you shouldn't cross.
Yeah, makes sense.
That's kind of how I feel about these fucking Power Ranger books. Like, I know we're not used to getting bones thrown at us, but like, we shouldn't leave like some thirsty fucking, like, anything you do is great. Like, no.
At some point, it's like, gotta say something, guys, because I mean, it's like, that's what I'm saying. I'm keeping hope alive, but it's at this point, it's like my bar is like low at this stage. It's like, all right,
look. I got to the end of Mighty Morphin Power Ranger / Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, and they fucking hyped up the appearance of that Metalhead Megazord combination, which I was like, ooh, this is gonna be.
Yeah, this is nice. This is great.
It was one fucking page, and then the rest of the book was them setting up a sequel. You can go suck my balls.
Guys, it was a splash page. I sat there disappointed with this book in my hand, like,
if I had a camera on my face, like, what's that fucking mean with the dude looking at the screen, smiling, then when it goes,
Oh yeah, Chris Farley when he's all like,
I was like, the fuck? And then they have the audacity, CJ. And then they have the audacity, the fucking gall to use the rest of that book to set up a sequel when you could have handled all that shit in this book. Like,
could have been like a 7-issue miniseries. It could have did everything right there.
You could have wrapped all this shit up in this first series. Instead, you spent 2 issues in the middle fucking around the sewer layer. Like, get the fuck out of here.
I mean, Power Rangers Justice League didn't dawdle around. I'm just saying.
Surprisingly, it did not.
It got straight to the point, and you're like, all right, this is dope. Cool. So
getting the Mastodon, Batman. Getting the goddamn Mastodon.
It's like, yes, sir. I'm back in. So yeah, there's that and stuff. What's weird? How do you put out a Godar with no wings for Lightning Collection?
Look. I said this on fucking Twitter. Like, looking at that latest wave that came out for that has Z05 Red.
Mm-hmm.
With the line being mostly like repaints or retools, I'm just like, y'all, guys, dudes, this is Hasbro's game. We've known this since 1986. Like, what?
I mean, Zeo Red and In Space Yellow are the only 2 new figures in this line, because technically you can just get the Armor Black Ranger and just take the armor off of them, and you got the same fucking figure.
Newish. I'm like, we know they're gonna do this shit. Like, and I'm pretty sure that they even design a new body. Like, every single male body is just putting a new fucking head sculpt and a new paint app. Like,
don't ruin that for me, Prime. Now I'm gonna be looking at every figure like, is this the same as this?
We know the game. We know what Hasbro does. I'm like staring in Seekers. I'm like, I'm not surprised. Like, this is 1,000% on brand. I don't mean that as a negative. I don't mean that as a good. I just mean that as a statement of fact. This is what happens. That is all.
I mean, look, as soon as I saw you and everybody else that are Hasbro people with Transformers, I was like, yeah, I gotta listen to you guys because you guys know best.
We've been in the game. I've been in the game twice because I've been Transformers and G.I. Joe, so I know what the fuck is going on.
Oh shit, I forgot about that.
So I know what's up, goddamn it. I know what the deal is here. That's why I was going, when they bought the brand, I was like, I don't know about this, guys.
Yeah. So did you see that Kamen Rider Saber reveal?
I saw the reveal trailer and the story trailer, and I saw casting announcements, but since then I've been trying to be hands off.
Yeah, the suit looks pretty interesting. I laughed at somebody said that it reminds them of the fucking Sentai season that just passed.
Real Soldier?
Yeah, Real Soldier. Basically.
I tripped out when somebody said it looks like he has a fucking Gilmon on his arm. I was dying.
They ain't lying on that one.
That shit took me out, bro. I was like, oh shit, he does.
I mean, it looks dope on stuff. He has different forms, so that's on brand with Kamen Rider, obviously.
I mean, like the story seems pretty interesting. I kind of like that CGI sequence they showed when he was running along that dragon's neck, arm, tail. I don't remember what it was.
I think it's neck.
I'm like, that looked pretty cool. So I'll see what the show looks like. I'll see how it plays out.
Cool. Oh yeah, back to Lightning Collection real quick. Not too fond of that Zeo Megazord.
Yeah, that shit's mad problematic, my guy.
I mean, we can't get Zords that transform. Like I was waiting for a Legacy Zeo Megazord. I really was.
Yeah. Well, let me be positive first. Well, at first I was kind of on the same boat where I was like, if it doesn't break into individual Zords, and I thought, well, maybe if it doesn't, it will be more screen accurate.
It ain't. Oh, Prime froze again. Oh, there he is, back.
I say Comcast does not want me to talk shit about Hasbro. I was saying when I saw it, I felt the same way that a lot of other people felt about how like it doesn't break into individual Zords. That's kind of weak. But then I started thinking, I said, well, you know what? If it doesn't do that, then maybe hopefully, because it'll be one giant robot, it'll be more screen accurate. It'll have more articulation. It'll be sturdier. Hasbro took all my hopes and told me to go fuck myself.
I mean, even to the point that again, on brand with their paints, like the Zero Ranger Yellow, Zero Ranger Yellow helmet is not even like screen accurate. It's like, the hell is this?
Did you see the fucking pink one with the fucking the fucking sideburns? Like, what is this? What is this?
Bruh. I was like, wow.
Why does he have massive sideburns and a fucking bong on his head? Like, that doesn't even look anywhere near.
I had hope because they put out the freaking Beast Morpher Zords, individual Zords, and you can combine them together and stuff. And I was like, all right, maybe Hasbro might be onto something. Nope. They like you said, they just took a dump in my hand and was like, nah, bro, you get shit. That's what you get, shit. So it is what it is. But yeah, so you had that. They so what is it? Yeah, I just had it up. China actually came out with a Metal Power Thunder Megazord. I don't know if you saw that or not.
No, I didn't. What's up?
It's a die-cast Thunder Megazord.
Oh no, where is that at? I would love to.
It's from this company out of China that's making it. Which I mean, considering that that is kind of matching what we're talking about with Dairanger, but it basically has articulation, but it's going to be die cast, but there's not much in the way of like details and stuff. But supposedly there's a convention coming up later this year where they're going to have details on it. So I'm like, oh, all right then.
Well, I'll take a look, as they say.
Speaking of Dracon, you see that Lightning Collection for Dracon Evo 3?
Yeah, I saw that. I like the box it comes in.
Everybody's been saying that. So is that very telling of the quality that we're going to get?
Just read between the lines. Just read between the lines.
Remember, folks, Prime ain't the only one that said this because everybody was like, yeah, that box looks pretty fucking dope. And I'm like, damn, not even on the figure. Y'all just like,
Nice box, homie. Nice box.
That is so awesome. Did you see the figure art for Ultraman Geed?
I did. The re-up with the red eyes.
Mm-hmm. Looks pretty nice.
Did you see Ultraman Z Alpha Edge though?
Yes, I did.
See, I think I finally like that suit now. It's finally growing on me.
Yeah, and hey, side note, it's also dope how Toei is like, hey, we're going to put out Ultraman Z episodes on our official YouTube channel, so you have no excuse not to watch.
The Ultraman agenda continues.
It keeps going. It just keeps going.
It's never going to stop. You motherfuckers will like Ultraman. There's no choice.
I mean, Prime, if it's not going to be me, it's going to be Prime that's going to keep haunting your dreams, telling you to get more, watch more Ultraman. Just putting it out there.
Slowly hovering by your bed, whispering in your ear, swatch.
Just wake up in the cold sweat. I saw a black guy hovering over my bed. I don't know where he went. It's like gone. Finito, finish.
He had a fucking blinking light on his chest. I don't understand what any of that means.
Oh man. Apparently it's still a toss-up on whether Shout Factory is going to continue with the Super Sentai DVDs.
Look, shout outs to whoever the fuck that was who on my feed popped out with that old ass press release that said the next set they were coming out with was Live Man. Thank you for opening up that wound. I appreciate that shit.
Yeah, kiss my ass. I saw that shit. I was like,
I had a good cry. I was like, you motherfucker.
Bro, I was like Hawkeye and fucking Endgame. Don't give me hope. Don't do that.
Because at first I didn't check the date. I was like, oh shit, they picked it back up. Now look at the date. Like, oh, you son of a bitch.
Tell you, man, my fucking Hurricane DVD is just staring at that fucking Abba Ranger like, you coming, guys? Are you coming? Please? I hate to be empty here. Please come.
Is the loneliest number.
Meanwhile, I'm like, yo, Metal Hero, is that happening? Is it happening? Maybe, I don't know.
Meanwhile, Super was like, yo, you want this obscure ass Ultra Q sequel? We got it. You want this?
How much you willing to pay for it?
It's $15. You know you want it. Come on.
15. That sounds like it's a good price for my budget range. I will buy it.
You want the rest of these Ultraman? Look, we got the complete Ultraman Ginga coming out. Is everything plus the movies.
Yeah, so got that and stuff. Trying to think of anything else. Beast Morphers that should be coming back soon, so they can finally finish out their season and stuff. So,
dude, I totally forgot Beast Morphers was a thing.
damn, like you know what it was? I was following along with the Beast spoilers, so it's more so like I want to actually see the full episodes because watching the episodes is different than seeing screen caps and like clips.
Yeah, a lot of people don't understand that. Like, there's a certain thing called context.
Yeah, so it's like as much as I like seeing Space Sheriff Gavin and seeing those clips, it's like I want to see the 3 episodes that he was in, so I can just watch it and relish in the fact that they actually took time to give him 3 episodes. And I was like, oh shit, they took time out. This is better already, you know. But we'll see.
We'll see. But like, I totally, because like, blame Nickelodeon. Don't blame me. Like, I was loving that show. I was watching it, then it went away, and I haven't seen it in a while. So you know what they say, out of sight, out of mind.
I hope Hasbro during their renegotiations puts Nickelodeon to the table and be like, hey, cut the shit with your fucking breaks. You either show all 20 episodes or we're taking this shit somewhere else. Because I like to think they might be in that category to be able to shop the show elsewhere or put the shit on Netflix.
I don't think Hasbro cares, man. I don't think they do.
You know what it is? I think they care, but they're like that dude in Jay and Silent Bob where he's counting money while Ben Affleck and Matt Damon are doing their scene. He's like, hey, you paying attention? Jesus Christ, Ben, I'm busy here. That's Hasbro right there. They're just counting money like, yeah, that's cool. That's cool. Y'all keep doing what you're doing.
Is this going to cut into my t-shirt money? No, then I don't give a fuck.
They're like Disney in the final year of Power Rangers, but at least Disney threw money at the shit, you know, before they said, all right, we're done.
Before they checked the fucking the ledger was like, you spent how much?
Spent how much? God damn, man, we really should have been paying attention. Well, y'all were too busy buying Marvel and sucking their dick. What did you think was gonna happen, man?
Like, you're fucking fired, so we need to bring on somebody new to do a fucking show.
I swear, man, the last year of Disney and Power Rangers, they were like kids in a candy store. They really were, man.
They really were like, look, mom's not paying attention. Let's get buck wild.
Go into a purse and take all the money. Let's go.
We're buying all the cookies at the candy store, baby.
And then Disney found out too late. And it was like, shit, they got the money already.
Had to come back, dragging him by his ears. Now you tell the nice lady what you did. I made a dystopian Power Ranger show.
Oh, bro, did you see that video of the mom that did a video of their kid that took her credit card and bought that Red Ranger Lightning Collection helmet?
No, I didn't.
Yes. So the kid apparently was like,
that shit. I want to laugh.
If I could find it, the kid apparently got her credit card and bought. I know it was on her phone because she probably had one of those phones that had the apps where the credit card information was saved. He went online and bought the Red Ranger helmet, and the mom recorded a video. It was a TikTok video, and she's like, "Look what you did." He's just crying like, "I just wanted it. I swear." It's like, "I'm so sorry. I am so." He says sorry like 100 times. Like, "I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry." He's like, and the mom was just like stuck between. She's mad, but at the same time, she's like, "How am I going to explain this to your dad? $100. How am I going to explain this to your dad?"
So, has anyone checked on the kid? Is the kid okay?
I mean, bruh, like I feel bad for the kid. Like the first 2 sorries, I'm like, all right, kid, you kind of oversell yourself. But he really was just like, man, he really felt bad that he spent $100. Like it felt like the kid thought that they were going to be poor after that for some reason, I guess. But I guess the mom was just like no. But I say that because like when you're a kid, you have no concept of your parents budgeting money. So when they're complaining about those things, you're thinking, "Oh man, we're poor." And it's like, no, it's just they didn't expect to spend $100, dog. Like, come on, it is what it is.
Poor man.
Hey, if I'm the parent, I'd be like, you know what? This is an early Christmas present. Merry Christmas. Done.
But the Mighty Morphin Red Ranger really did.
You know what? I appreciate the fact that kid wanted the helmet. I'm just saying, I appreciate that because it could have been anything else. If it was like the Lightning Collection, the mom would be like, "What's $20?" But $100, it's like.
So then my question is like, what were you gonna do with the helmet, kid? I mean, I'd rather it be something tangible rather than something like an electronic game where he's spending shit on trying to get some gacha waifus on Fate Go. I appreciate that more, you know.
But he got the helmet. I'm like, look,
some he can take, some he have.
Hey, maybe he just feels that he gonna flex outside with his friends. Like, yo, guys, guess what? I'm the Red Ranger. Bam! And I'm like, you know what?
See, now I'm picturing the kid going outside with the helmet on, with a fucking popped collar, trench coat on.
Man,
Listen, going, you like my fucking flex, bitch?
Listen, I will roll into Power Morphicon with a 3-piece suit and a fucking helmet on, just cause.
With a diamond-studded cane, sir.
Exactly.
With a diamond-studded cane.
Exactly.
And a little coronation, color matching coronation on your lapel there.
Yeah, got to, man. But yeah,
So
if I
would
find
you a waistcoat or a vest? Oh.
I don't know. I might go vest. It'd be 3-piece suit. It'd be like the vest underneath the fucking jacket, red tie. You know, gotta get color coordinated on that one. So you know,
Exactly.
got to and stuff. Got to. So Dairanger, sir. You know, we you know, I'm still gonna give shit to Megaforce for this. I still laugh that Megaforce was like, fuck it, throw Dairanger in there.
Well, see, I'm probably one of the few people who I thought that, you know, if that was the only season they were gonna do, it was a nice, you know, nod to the fans because, you know, for years we had said we wanted the Dairanger suits used in some capacity. That would have been a nice final. Here you go, fans. The powers never seen before used on Earth. But they didn't stop. They kept going.
kept going. Kept going and going. I'm like, all right, guys,
So much
great.
So much so, in fact, that suits that were used in Power Rangers weren't used in Super Mega Force.
I will say this: watching Dairanger, I think the best thing about watching it, the show is great top to bottom. If you watch season 2 of Power Rangers, you grow appreciation for the monsters because there are some monsters that I did not know were on like important general tip. Let me point out something here. So you remember the bandsaw monster? The saw monster, the one that was like samurai and he had like
yes. Yeah,
in Dairanger, he is a high priest. He is one of the high-ranking generals of the Gorma tribe. And he got like 5 episodes. He had like 2-3 episodes tops where it's like, man, this guy is fucking wrecking house and stuff. And they beat him. I'm like, wow, this is interesting. He actually has importance. This is great.
Hold on, well, the fucking monsters who came in from White Light Part 1 and 2, they were that creepy kids, Akumaru's, his personal generals, his bodyguards. They were around for like a long ass time. I think, 4 or 5 episodes?
10 episodes total, but each of them had like 2 episodes apiece. And it was built in the so Dairanger. Okay, so Dairanger, just to back it up, Dairanger is I think it came out in '95. It was based off of Chinese like Zodiac, Chinese like kung fu, so to speak.
Yeah, I heard one of the reasons why it was greenlit. I don't know if this is true or not, but one of the reasons why is because the explosion of popular in fighting games at the time. I don't know if that's true.
This 95, so Street Fighter and yeah.
I mean, could be. Yeah, sure.
Could be and stuff. But based on Chinese mythology and stuff, Zodiac and stuff. I mean, you see it in the Zords, the dragon, the griffin, the phoenix, unicorn, and the lion. Yeah. So yeah, lion, and then you got the white tiger, obviously, and stuff. And the turtle. Who is the goat of the show, technically, a little bit.
First of all, fuck you for leaving the battle 10,000 years ago, you fucking prick. Then, like, not only does he leave the fat battle, he fucking erases his own memory. Like, what a fucking douchebag. But, like, I'm not about that life, y'all. But you just I'm not about that life, dog.
I mean, that's cool, man. Y'all fight. I don't fight. I'm out. Peace.
Who's all coming over? No, I'm doing my hair that night. I'm good.
I got these turtles I gotta take care of. I don't want to fight. I'm good.
I gotta wax my shell, y'all. Sorry, y'all cool with dragon though, right? Y'all straight? I mean, y'all fine. Y'all don't need me over there.
But like the group itself, the Rangers themselves and stuff, it consists of Daigo. Daigo's the Green Ranger. Ryo, who's the Red Ranger, he's the cook, the chef. Shoji, Kazu, and Ren. She's the Pink Ranger. And then you got Ko, who is the White Ranger, who is destined to actually be the White Tiger Ranger because I'm trying to think, was his mom part of the Gorma tribe or was
his mom and his dad? His mom was part of the Gorma tribe, then she defected. So when Ko was born, he was him and spoilers, fucking spoilers. Go watch Dairanger. It's a pretty fun show. We're getting rid of spoil shit. All right, so Ko's mom, who by the way was the captain from Jetman, because when I saw her, I'm like, oh, I know that Japanese lady.
Yeah.
his mom was part of the Gomer tribe. His dad was the main general dude, and his twin brother,
I think Shaddam, I believe.
Sodom, something like that.
Shaddam.
And his twin brother was Akumaru. So
Mm-hmm.
the rule between the Gomer tribe, for some reason, is that one of the twins has to die. She didn't want to kill either of them.
Yeah.
So she took Ko and she vamped out and defected.
And he got the white tiger emblem put on his, I think, was it leg or the forearm?
His arm. She had the shit. They showed she branded that shit on him.
As a baby, and he's just like, ah! I'm like, what?
Like, okay. And she did that shit to keep his Gomer powers in check. And so one of the through-line plot lines, which, by the way, like, Dairanger, it is very standard Sentai-ish. Mm-hmm. There are, like, you know, mini arcs and shit going through, but they do, like,
they spread it out. They spread it out over, like, multiple episodes. One of them is one of the Peacock people. She has, funny enough, she has a relationship with Shoji. And that spans... Damn, shit. That shit spans all the way to like episode 30 something, like the late 30s.
Yeah, so like what I really like about it is like they don't shit just doesn't pop up out of nowhere. Like they see things, then like they'll come back and revisit it or like, you know, add plot developments in between like, you know, the standard Sentai one-off episodes. Yeah. But it's all about still building that greater arc between the relationships of the characters. Yeah. So she brands him as a baby to keep his Gomer powers in check. Because of his 10th birthday, he's gonna go, I don't know, fucking full-on evil bastard. Fucking, they didn't really did they really explain why?
I don't think they explained it. It was just to keep his powers in check, and that was it.
Yeah, so like I have to meet with him to keep the before the seal breaks. And I'm like, okay, so wait, hold on. How does this work, Cole's mom, with your fine ass?
I mean,
you have sure.
I mean, it is what it is and stuff like that.
Look, I'll allow it. It's okay. I won't question it.
Oh man, I mean, and yeah, Kujaku, that was the one. She is the Peacock Empress and stuff, and she has a relationship not with Kaju, but it's Daigo. That's who she has a relationship with. I got them mixed up, but yeah,
she has Captain Planet disease where she can't live on Earth because of all the pollution and shit.
Yeah, and even with, you know, Daigo, like, come on, you know, if we clean up the Earth, you survive. And she's just looking at him like, nah, bro, I'm dead.
Like,
sorry.
Really, you gonna clean up the whole Earth in 5 hours? Just go get rid of pollution.
It's not quite. It's not quite on the level of our boy from Wild Force.
I thought you were going to say Erutan.
Nah. Our boy from Wild Force, the little kid, is like, the environment's in danger. You don't deserve power. I'm surprised they didn't go that route with her in this one. Her was just like, you know what? I don't need you Dairanger's help. I'm going to fight because she actually has, no bullshit, she actually has a rivalry with, Gara. So both of them have been going back and forth throughout the whole series and stuff like that, to the point to when she's on her last leg. She basically ends up getting, like you said, the Captain Planet death, where she's like, I'm on my last leg. You know, and it's like, all right.
Too much smog. Well, I had a good run. So then they had their Moon Princess and soccer moment.
Daigo was like, yeah, and I didn't get to smash those cheeks. It's unfortunate.
I didn't get to pluck that last feather myself.
Which, funny enough, that is an overarching plot. Whenever she like slowly dies, like there is a peacock feather that flies off her. Bruh, which is like, what?
It was so dramatic. Every time that shit was so fucking dramatic.
It was like the end of the first episode, she goes back into the painting, right? Then the second time she pops back up, she comes out of the painting, helps them fight one of the monsters, and by the end of the episode, it's like you say, it gets dramatic. It's a peacock feather in front of the painting. I'm like, what's going to happen?
Zoom in, like,
Dairanger will be right back after these messages.
I'm like, if you don't put that shit back in that fucking Gap and Party City and keep that shit moving, get the fuck out of here. Like the fucking prop department with the little speckled jewels they put on that shit.
Oh my god! And then like, so Akamaru, I loved the relationship with him and Shadab, his dad Shadab, because it's very,
dick.
Both of them are dicks to each other. Akamaru, you understand why? Because it's very so matter of fact, like, good evening, dad. Good evening, son. Like, goddamn, like that's. Y'all both
Like,
hate each other.
So y'all not gonna eat fish sticks tonight? Y'all not gonna have
Nah.
a nice family dinner? You're not gonna no sports dinner? No, okay. Well, we made Kool-Aid. You guys sure? Oh, okay.
Bruh. Yo, he has so much fucking discontent for him. I'm like, I don't blame him. I really don't. It's like, you know what? I don't understand the hate.
I love that moment he has with Cole. He's trying to like tempt him to the dark side. It's like, so like your mom left you too, bro. Like before they find out that they're brothers, he's like, so how come you're not full of hate like me? How come you're not salty?
Your mom's whack. All right. Yo, he's doing everything he can to get Cole to come to the dark side and stuff. And it's just like Cole is like almost there, and then all of a sudden he remembers his mom, preaching him, that moment of Cole, you're good. Yes, you like looking up girls' dresses, but it's cool. It's cool.
Like you're just a little pervert. I mean, who's not a pervert? Listen, by the way, they could not do that shit today. Like,
no. Fuck no.
Do you know how many fucking think pieces would hit the fucking internet the second he's grabbing on Ren's titties?
Bruh, my man, day one, the first episode you see his ass, he grabs Ren's titties and smacks her ass. I'm like, this motherfucking pervert. Bruh.
Like, absolute Chad. I'm like, the absolute
one I admire, but at the same time, it's like, dude.
Yeah. I'm like I said, 2 miles. I'm like, damn, did you really have to? On the other hand, I was like, damn, nice.
I mean, and then when he transforms to the White Ranger and does the same bullshit again, I was like, bruh.
Did you see that when he was fighting the monster and accidentally done the monster and went, oh, my bad. It's a force of habit.
You know what? I appreciate. See, the thing about Code that I liked was they built up to that whole like reveal of him actually being the White Ranger, and I liked like I think it was like 2 episodes before their old master came back and was like, yeah, I got this white tiger sword here, but I don't know who the master for the sword is and stuff, right? So they go through the whole process of who's the person and stuff, who has the mark, and then we cut to like we see Ko at the end of one of the episodes and they show the mark, and I'm like, it's him. Like, okay, all right, and then like when you see Ko next episode, he's this perverted kid. You're like, that's the White Ranger? All right, let's see where this goes.
And the second he gets his powers, the next thing we see him do is doing 6 skateboard tricks and blowing winds up to see girls' panties. Like,
yay, guys!
Like, wow, really, Cole? I mean, you that horny? So you horny? Oh, okay.
Hey, look, I appreciate also like the whole idea of him trying to keep his like secret identity in check and how long they let that go for a while before like was it
like that arc?
I mean, it went for like 20-something odd episodes before he finally revealed it.
Yeah, it was a hot minute because how he got found out was like, what he got blown in a tree or some shit?
He got blown into the tree, but he also got kidnapped too. So it was kind of like we put 2 and 2 together. Like, hold up, because Akamaru was the one that found out first because he was like, hold up, we just kidnapped you. Meanwhile, I see the White Ranger. He almost acting like you. What's going on here? And then the Rangers pick up on it, and it's like, oh, it's you the whole goddamn time. Okay, cool.
Because his homeboy, the sword, which I thought was pretty cool. Like the sword would project its voice, so it would talk like it was Cole.
Yeah, which
helped his identity.
Which again, if you watch the White Light, it makes those scenes of Tommy getting booted off the White Ranger that much like funny in context of Dairanger now. It's like, oh, okay, that makes sense why he got booted off the Zord. All right, cool.
Because he was a fucking kid. And then suddenly, like when I found out that when the White Ranger and Dairanger was a kid, like his mannerisms suddenly made a whole lot more sense.
Mm-hmm.
Like his movements and shit. I'm like, oh, because he's a fucking child. Oh, okay.
Of course he's a child. I mean, why wouldn't he and stuff? So we have to talk about our man in the fucking the turtle. We gotta talk about him because that man. I like the arc of him finding out that he is the incarnation of the actual turtle, and he almost they have them literally transforming into a turtle, and he didn't want to fight.
Nope, he wasn't about that life. He just wanted to pet his turtles and be left alone. But
fate calls you back. You gotta jump in, dog.
When you slaying that thing, you gotta be prepared, man. Keep that shit unhalted.
But I like the whole episode with him. Like he had, I think the diamond was on Ryo's food cart.
Yeah, because I like how they didn't shit just didn't pop up out of nowhere. Like they seeded things earlier on because they showed he had it in beforehand.
Yeah.
It's like, what's this? And it's like, oh, it's I forgot what they explained it away as. But then he's like, hey, wait a minute, I recognize that thing.
Yeah, 'cause I think their master was the one that told them, like, yeah, you might want to look for this. And that's where Ryo was like, hold up. I've seen that before. Oh, shit, my man got it. And then looking for him for the whole episode. And I like at the end of the episode, he transforms into a turtle. And that's the end of the episode. I'm like, wait a minute, what the hell just happened? Next episode, he pops back out. And then over the course of the episode, he slowly starts morphing into like a big human-sized turtle because it's like his skin gets all like, scraggly and all that stuff. And he looked like he's very sick. And then when he transfers to a Zord, basically he's essentially kind of like Titanus, essentially. Pretty much. So
Yeah.
And basically the whole purpose of him is he recharges his Zords and all that stuff. And I'm like, all right, cool. That works. That's fine.
And he has fucking arm cannons. And E1 arms cannons are pretty fucking cool.
And they destroy monsters.
Which, by the way, like, I think even though I don't particularly like the configuration that much, like its method of destroying monsters is always funny as shit to me. Where it just lands big body on their ass.
My man, big body splash on his ass. Like,
and the fucking close up it does on the monster's arm when it does it.
It's like,
like, really? Okay.
Hey, but also too, if we want to talk building up and stuff, you don't get the main Megazord for like 5 episodes.
No, they build up that shit.
Red Ranger's the only one that's like, yo, I guess we're gonna be using my Zord to be beating these monsters. I'm like, oh, that's actually pretty nice.
Which I don't know if this is true or not. This is just what I've heard secondhand. But one of the main series show creators, they did not like the robot aspect of Sentai and wanted to do as little of that shit as possible.
Really?
So you notice like the mech fights aren't that long for the most part in Dairanger.
Oh man, they are not. As soon as he busts out the sword, I'm like, well, it's over. It's done.
Like, because it's like I don't know if that's true or not. I need to look into that. But like based on what I've seen of the show, I kind of believe that. I really do.
I mean, White Tiger Zord in battle mode, as soon as he fucking gets the configuration with the other Zords, it's a wrap. Yeah,
not that said, like there are a couple of banger ass fights with the mechs. I'm not saying like there aren't any at all.
Oh, they're great.
Some of the ones that you remember, like, but you remember them because they were so far in between. Like when the dragon was riding on the tiger, the first time they fight the dragon, the dragon god.
Mm-hmm.
Some of the last fight when they fought Volcano Head.
Yeah. This series, I forgot what was the name of the Serpentera monster. Was it Ryu? Was it Daijinryu. So in this series, Daijinryu is essentially kind of like a mythical beast that doesn't really take a side, so to speak.
He's a fucking referee. He comes down and goes, hey, y'all stop all that shit.
Stop the shit right now. Because he will destroy half the city, because he did that. And when he rolled down in the episode, I was like, did you just destroy half the city? Like, what?
Like, whose side is that on? His own. He does not give a fuck about any of you.
Yeah, he just comes down and it's just like, hey. Yeah, he's like, hey, you're fighting. We don't need this shit. Take the shit somewhere else.
Hey, all of y'all, cut all this shit out. It ceases immediately. Time out for everybody. Ski-onk.
Oh, that, and then you got Akamaru at one point. He gets killed. I think is it Ko that kills him?
No, he gets crushed by some fucking rocks.
Yeah, he got crushed by some rocks. I think it's his dad. No, not his dad, but the leader of the Gorma tribe fishes him. I know the monster fishes him out of hell.
No, it was the Gorma tribe leaders. He comes down from the palace and he literally
fishes him out.
Literally fishes him out of hell.
No, that's what it was. He took the monster. The monster today had an annoying. He was basically every time the Dairanger used their weapons, he used his fishing rod to snatch their weapon out of their hands. And I was like, this is the most annoying shit ever, but it's very effective because they can't do shit.
What you gonna do? Stab me? Aha, you can't, bitch. Haha.
It's like, hey, I took your weapons. All right, we got guns. Nope. I'm like,
yeah, you had guns.
What about these ones? Nope. God damn it. I guess we gotta use our fists now. But yeah, the leader of the Gorma tribe uses that monster's fishing rod to fish Akamaru out. I thought it was funny because again, the interpretation of hell, the fact that all he has to do is grab onto the fishing line and get pulled out. And I like how the other monsters are looking at Aku like, "Hey, dog, where you going?" And they try to pull him down. He's like, "Nah, bro, you ain't taking me down. You're not doing this.
We not mucking and burying me, motherfucker. Y'all be good now.
Be blessed, dog."
Tell Satan, I'll be back later for that macaroni night. Not anytime soon, though.
I just like how easy accessible hell was for that guy. Like, all right, it's right here. Just go in this quarry and we fish him out. We're good, right?
To be honest, I think Sentai Hell is pretty fucking lax because motherfuckers are always busting out of that shit.
Security is a bitch, man. I'm telling you.
But like, hey, Lucifer left the door open. Let's go.
Yep. And if in the spirit of the main rangers and stuff, one thing I appreciate is that all of them have different fighting styles. Kazu doing Drunken Fist and just kicking the shit out of monsters. He actually had a focus theme episode regarding that of him learning drunken fighting, and I thought that was actually pretty dope.
One of the best Sentai standalone episodes.
Yes, it is. It
is. Like that fucking fight scene.
Look.
Which primarily that's what Dairanger is finally remembered for, because I get a lot of people who ask like, why do everyone like Dairanger? The choreography has like really good fights.
Bro, them shits is raw as hell.
If I'm not mistaken, I think all the suit actors are were trained in Chinese martial arts.
That makes sense, man, because his suit actor for when he goes drunken boxing, he is like wrecking house.
That shit is straight flames.
I mean, all the fights are raw. Even the one meme with Pink Ranger using her wind powers on that one monster. I'm like, that's where the meme came from. It's still funny.
Or the constant nut shots.
Bruh. Everybody gets a nut shot every episode. You're guaranteed one.
Everybody getting their dick kicked. Everybody.
Kick you in the dick. What? Bam. It's like, okay, well, that happened. And then my man Ryo actually has a rival with the assassin.
With fucking Transa.
Bruh. That
like,
look, their fights are fucking dope.
I'm like, this is a dude that's a professional Red Ranger rival. What else to do with your life?
I appreciate the assassin's MO. Like, yo, I'm taking out all these goddamn masters. And I like how pissed off he was the one master died of natural causes. Like, son of a bitch, I wanted to kill him myself. This sucks.
And first of all, fuck his girlfriend, because she ain't shit. She's trying to pull the man out the life, talking about some like, my father would be very ashamed that he taught you martial arts.
It's like, you're not going to shame you can't shame a guy that kills people. You really can't.
You're really not the same an assassin. Like, I mean, your box ain't that good. I'm sorry. I hate to be. Look.
I mean, you ain't lying.
But like, ain't nobody's box that good. You are not shaming an assassin. You are not making him feel any fucking remorse.
Look. My man was 5 deaths deep. At that point, you're not going to shame him. You're not.
You should have started. You should have started at 1. That's you should have been working your hardest. Be like, you sure you want to do this? Come back to bed. Lay back down.
After 2, he's done. He's gone. After 2, gone.
Fully committed to that bit. It's like it's all assassin all the time. I don't give a fuck how cute you are. He's not.
But the master would be ashamed of you. What, the Jedi ghost of the master is going to sit there and have a disapproving stare? Like, come on, man.
Like he'll fucking punch his heart out too. We don't give a fuck.
Yo, but I like how Master Kaku is looking at Ryo like, hey, dog, you might not want to mess with him because you ain't about that life and he's going to murder you. And Ryo looking at him like, bro, I'm a Power Ranger. What the fuck you going to do? 2 hours later, dead.
laid out. Like, oh no.
My man came in there and was like, bro, I'm a fucking Dairanger. What's he going to do? And he's like damn near bleeding out. And I'm like, Jesus Christ.
Cue the It's Always Sunny theme. Ryo gets his shit kicked in.
Look, here's how, folks, again, you should watch Dairanger. Here's how funny the fight was. Initially, the assassin looked around like, oh man, this guy might give me a run for my money. Let me go ahead and beef up this power in here. All of a sudden, pip, and Ryan's like, whoa, shit. Oh.
Yeah, then he started air juggling his ass and got his max frames in, and that was it.
Fucking roll canceled into like a fucking shit show you get done. So Ryo has to literally has to literally train using these like the most extreme methods of training with the fucking springs on them and stuff, and he has to train it to where he can break out of them and stuff. And that basically 2 episodes later, he ends up coming back and beating the shit out the assassin to where the assassin's like, well, damn, you made me. He literally makes a deal with the devil to get power.
Like, so I just saw you get your ass waxed on. You want this orb?
Yeah. The Gormer tribe literally looks at him like, I think you make a good addition to our team. You want this orb? Sure, why not? And he transforms into basically a more evil version of himself with a metal arm.
And a sick ass leather jacket, because why not?
Why not? You know, wild hair, you know, red shirt, you know, gotta do that stuff. What was funny is that the Gormer tribe was like, yeah, we're gonna use it. I'm like, guys, I don't think this is gonna work the way you think, because literally an episode later he's like, yeah, I know you guys have ideas for me, but you're not gonna use me, so I'm just gonna keep trying to fight the Red Ranger. So fuck you guys and your business. I don't care. I'm just gonna go over here.
Yeah, so like, I just joined to kill this motherfucker. Like, all this bullshit y'all working on, y'all keep that to yourself, because I don't care.
I mean, maybe I'll kick a Pink Ranger in the face, but that's about it. That's close.
Maybe I'll hop in and get some cheap shots on Ryu, but like,
nah. I need me and Ryo 1-on-1. We need that run back right now. Which, funny enough, Ryo ends up beating him again before he dies. So I'm like, oh, well, he got his fight, but can't overcome.
Which, by the way he fucking dies at the end, when he says that the wound was too shallow and he drives the sword in further, then they fight side by side, then he beats him as a human, then he's wandering through the fucking desert and fights all those fucking mooks.
Yeah.
It's like, what straight up martial arts movie is this shit ripping off?
I mean, geez, that is like old school Shaolin martial arts right there. Like, yo, this dude almost about to die and he gonna be out in the blaze of glory. All right, cool.
With the orange, complete with the orange sunset. It's fucking perfect.
Hey, look, man, there were a bunch of times where there was like it might have been more than 3 Zord fights where they had the orange sunset, and I was like, this shit looks pretty fucking dope. I actually like this. Master Kaku, who again, I appreciate how much I like how good of a mentor he is, because he's not going to give them the answers. So it's basically, all right, you guys figure this shit out. I'm not going to give you all the goddamn answers.
Yeah, in that regards, he's a good mentor. I don't think he's a good character.
He's very one note, just he's very solemn. He doesn't really emote.
Captain Exposition.
He doesn't emote. There's no one time he smiles. It's just like he just gives you the head nod and go, good job.
And he's like, so Master Kaku, what can we do? Get stronger. Oh, well, gee, why didn't we fucking think of that? Thanks, Paul. Thank you.
Does that require a gun for me to get stronger? What's going on here? What do I do?
Like, what are you gonna do? Like, just be better. Oh, gee, do you want me to put down the fucking calendar? You fucking prick.
I mean, him helping Ryo a little bit. That was the closest he got to actually doing some help. So I at least appreciate that.
Say we joke about Zordon being a dick.
I mean, hey, look, Master Kaku didn't lead his Rangers to die and then say, hey, run the Morphers back. Just saying. I mean,
he also made real shit treaties. Which that shit tripped me out. He's like, okay, so here's the deal. Like, we're not gonna fight. We're all gonna play nice until the Dragon God leaves. 2 episodes later, an episode later, they're back to fight, and I'm like, shouldn't y'all?
Dragon God is right around the corner.
I'm like, he's still in the city. He hasn't left yet.
Yo, I like it, bruh. I like how the Dragon God is literally posted on the block. Big ass Zord just staying there in the city, just standing there like this.
Like, so, what are y'all doing?
And he didn't even care because he immediately just ended up flying back out into space. He's like, I'm out. We're good. We're done.
Regular come check. Hey, y'all see what that bullshit down here? All right. Okay.
All right. Be on your best behavior. All right.
All right. I can see you motherfuckers.
Side note, we're speaking of guns. I still laugh at that puppet episode where they're shooting up the fucking place. Bruh, look, I saw a 10-second clip of that, right? The episode proper is fucking hilarious. I'm like, yo, these puppets are giving everybody the business.
Had the motherfucker at gunpoint. Getting that by fucking puppet.
Fucking TV puppet pals over here, just like bam, bam,
Punching
bam.
Judy just got my man with the strap. What the fuck?
Oh my god, dude, the insanity of this whole show, I just love it. That's early in the episode too. That's like early season.
If I'm not mistaken, I think one of the architects of the Metal Hero series or the Space Sheriff series is one of the directors and who helped plan the show.
Yeah.
Because if that's true, that explains a lot of this batshit shit that was going on. Hold on. Let me see if I can find that shit.
If you can find it, man, dude, I fucking hollered when I saw that shit. I was like, bruh, what is going on here?
I'm gonna say, I think so. I think his name Kobayashi. He's one of the forefathers, one of the main. Hold on, let me check this shit.
All right.
Because if that's true, then that explains why this shit's batshit nuts.
Oh my god, man, that shit had me in fucking tears. Oh, Jesus. Because actually, it's funny too because I think one of the Iron Face Choryu, I think that was Ryu's dad.
Yeah, hold on. Yes, he was. So Kobayashi was one of the directors of the Space Sheriff trilogy of series. So if you've seen any of the Space Sheriff shows, you know shit was on the good cat drugs.
Yeah.
Yeah, he touched on the planning and the surreal setting and the production scene in the Space Sheriff series. Yep. So like he helped with some of the direction in Dairanger. Yep. So now all this shit makes sense.
Yeah.
Makes fucking sense.
Does make sense and stuff. But yeah, Iron Face Choryu was Ryo's dad. And he was basically he was actually the original Red Dairanger. Betrayed him, went to the Gorma, became immortal, but then fell in love with the human, which is Ryu's mom, and then boom, Ryo was born.
I'm gonna say, what's the theme of this show? It's a girl, fuck my calls, and all involved.
I mean, hey, women have that sort of control over these guys. That's just how it is. I mean, makes sense more than anything else,
Which I watched one review. I read some reviews where they talked about how they wish that instead of Jin, that Ryo's dad could have stayed longer to be Ryo's rival. And I'm like, I
mean, the thing of it is, it's like you said, they spread out that rivalry over multiple episodes. So I mean, if it was in America, it would be like 2-episode arc and then it'll be done. But they spread it out over so many episodes. It's like, all right, cool, he's in.
Yeah, I don't understand, like, because then you would think because of Ryo's lineage, like he would have a more impact on the story or more connection with the Gorma, or he would, connect more with Ko. But like they actually really don't even do much with that reveal, do they?
They don't really do much because what it is like it's more Ko and Akamaru they kind of spend time on the Gorma stuff because like it's like literally like episode 7 and 8 when they do touch on it. It felt like by the end of 8, Ryo was like, well, I know my dad was part of the Gorma, but he's in a better place. I beat him, blah, blah, blah. And then next episode, it's like whatever.
Yeah, so like it's if they're gonna bring it up, then not do anything with it, then why bring it up at all? Like I understand that, but like maybe they were just doing, I don't know. I don't see it as a negative. Like I see other people who take and think of it as a negative, but I'm just kind of like, whatever.
Yeah, it's just like, it is what it is. What exactly are you gonna do about it? I mean, it's just
because then they do exactly what you're asking for a couple of years later in Genki Ranger, where Jan's dad has an ongoing arc where he's there for a minute as the White Tiger.
Yeah.
So
I mean, yeah. Oh, speaking of which, so we also get this whole connection where Masukaku, we find out him and Shaddam have a long-standing rivalry because, as you mentioned, Prime, they like I said, they made that little flimsy-ass deal. Like, hey, we're gonna have a truce, and then one episode later, we're gonna fight, and they finally fight it out in the Coliseum, and Shaddam is kicking the shit out of fucking Kaku, pretty bad,
beating the brakes off my man. Which, by the way, they also revealed that Shaddam had like this ambition the whole time because he wanted to be Gorma leader, the 16th. And I
they didn't really he didn't really act like it too much sometimes.
Yeah, he really did not. So I'm like, maybe you guys should have sprinkled that. Like you were like you sprinkled a lot of things throughout the show, but some things that you probably should have sprinkled, like you didn't.
I mean, it's like if you look at Shaddam as a character, you can understand where the ambition is coming from, because even with Akamaru being there, his whole idea was like, well, first off, my son is because he felt threatened by his own son, because he felt his own son was gonna overtake him in terms of jockeying position to take over the Gorma. So he already was just like, yo, I don't like my son. I'm like, damn, you don't like your son? I mean, shouldn't you be happy that he's gonna be powerful than you? Nah. I'm like, all right.
Hell no.
It's like, nah, I don't like that shit. In fact, it was funny because when Akamaru died in that fucking landslide, he was just like, all right, he's dead. I don't fucking care.
He did not give a single shit.
That's how much hate he has for his son. He was just like, oh, he dead? Word? All right, he's just another obstacle out of my way.
Good. Fuck him.
It's like that fucking meme where that dude just like, we're good, aren't we? Yes.
Like, damn, Pops, really?
Hey, like I said, man, both of them just is like, hi, father, hi, son. Nothing. But I appreciate those kind of hate. They don't pretend to mince words with each other. It's like, nah, I hate you. There will never be any, endearing, redeeming, like, I love you, son, and that. No, nah, it's just we hate you. You're gone. Trying to think. So I think, was it Ren's uncle? Hold up, not Ren's. Yeah, isn't Ren's uncle basically the one that's the weapon master of the team?
Not biologically, from because what I remember, she also Ren has a strong connection to the key power that they don't really do much with, and she was raised by a wise mentor, the weapons dude.
Yeah,
who she calls her uncle or her grandpa, but they're not related by blood.
Yeah,
because Cole calls Ren his sister.
Yep,
they're not related by blood. It's just
he just wants a mentor.
Yeah, I think Cole just wants some titties.
I mean, I don't blame him. I get it.
I holler at Ren. I holler at him.
Hey, look, I also, again, you watch season 2 of Power Rangers, that dragon cannon is like, oh, that's where it came from. Because for the longest time, I'm not even gonna lie, I thought that dragon cannon was a fucking Saban only shit.
Really?
Dead serious. I really thought that was like a Saban only. Like, what the fuck is? Oh, he's selling toys, whatever. And I watched Dairanger. I'm like, oh, that's a real thing. Oh, huh.
And it's way bigger.
Yeah. It's like, it's way bigger, huh? All right. And it makes all the sense now, because you see season 2 when they use that cannon and it just kicks back and you just see the orbs. I'm like, oh, that was their chi orbs in Dairanger. Okay, that makes sense now. All right, cool. I mean, and also the sword sticking out the cannon. I'm like, that shit never made sense in Power Rangers. Why that was a thing. I'm like you're just never going to use that, huh? All right, cool. But I also appreciate the final episode of Dairanger. Kind of reminded me of Lightspeed Rescue.
You mean like the Apocalypse episode ending?
Yeah. Where it's like the whole team is together fighting one last time, which is great. Don't get it twisted. I love those episodes, man. When they're fighting it out.
Dude, that fucking civilian roll call where the actors had to mimic the suit actors.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, what can I say about that? It hasn't been said about sex.
Thank you. I mean, look. When you see Cole do it, that's when you know shit's real. I was like, oh, okay, cool. Which, funny enough, I forgot who it is on Instagram that put up adult Cole right now. Still looks the same. He's just an adult. You know what? I got a question for you though. Did Japan have any issue with? Because I know we talked about O-Ranger. They had like a kid, that was a ranger, but it seemed like Dairanger was kind of the first time that they used that. It's kind of strange how we in America, I'm not gonna say we per se, but like people felt some sort of way about Justin being a Power Ranger.
Jealousy.
I think it probably was jealousy and stuff like that. But it's weird how there was this big uproar about a kid being a Power Ranger. Meanwhile, Sentai's been doing it like it's nothing. And I'm like, is there backlash in Japan over Cole being that? Probably not. I imagine it probably wasn't.
They don't give a shit. They don't give a fuck.
I mean, because I was just thinking back on it. I was like, There was zero reason for Justin to really get a lot of shit getting on him in America for that. That's just
because like if you look at it, like to be honest with you, Justin's not a bad character. I think a lot of the hate for Justin boiled down to like he replaced Rocky, which all of a sudden, so suddenly everybody's Rocky fan now. Everyone loves Rocky.
We talked about this, Brian. There are undercover because everybody's favorite episode is everybody loves Rocky. Rocky just wants to have fun, guys.
Well, to be honest, everyone did love the Pachinko episode, so maybe you all are being honest. Maybe you all are really are.
I mean, to be fair, that is the most characterization that we got out of Rocky. Like, oh, Rocky loves Pachinko. All right, cool. That's a good characterization.
I would say that episode and the episode where he felt that Jason was coming to take his spot back, when he was all in his feelings. Like, let
me tell you something. In the history of Power Rangers, you would have thought there would have been an episode centered around Jason feeling some sort of way of Tommy taking over. Nah, we go to Rocky feeling some sort of way.
Jason's back. That means there's 6 of us now. And I took his spot before. He's gonna take my spot now.
Side note.
So I was like, Rocky, I'm gonna hit them at your ass.
Side note, poor Steve Cardenas, man. He can't even sit there and use the Red Ranger now. Like, you know what? First off, shout outs to him. He has Zeo Ranger Blue as a Lightning Collection toy. So that's great.
First of all, we're not gonna disrespect Steve Cardenas in my presence because that man is a goddamn treasure.
Oh, he is.
Now, Rocky, I'll roast Rocky all day. Steve Cardenas, you are an absolute treasure, sir. You are a wonderful human being.
That man's great. Rocky is like
amazing. Rocky. Oh, we checking shit out of Rocky.
I mean, look. He got a little bit better characterization in Zeo, where I was like, oh, Rocky has a girlfriend. Cool. He took her to the dance, and then next episode they just forgot about it completely. I'm like, so we just forgot that Rocky got a girlfriend. That's just gone, right? All right, cool.
She's not in the budget, Steve. She's not in the budget, Steve.
Guys, can I get 2 more episodes with her?
Wrap it up.
Can I walk the halls of Angel Grove High School with her? No? Shit.
You could not. Did Angela stay, Rocky? Did Angela stay? No. She had more episodes than my girlfriend. Shut up, Steve. Oh, that's just fucking me.
Meanwhile, Tanya gets to have a boyfriend and he has a fucking episode arc.
He has a fucking arc. He has a whole fucking side story. Hold on. Let's talk about that shit. No. I can't see you. Hold on. That shit always made me mad. So, like, he has a whole fucking abusive boyfriend ass side plot going on.
Not abusive, folks. Verbal abusive, by the way.
Oh,
we gotta specify that shit because Power Ranger Land no man puts hands on women, but that dude was being
unless you're in costume.
True. But that dude was being verbally abusive towards Tanya on some like passive aggressive, like, I mean, you're good looking, Tanya, but you're not as good looking as this chick. I'm like, God damn, dude.
Damn. Oh, first of all, the disrespect, you better not bad mouth Tanya. I would jump through this motherfucking screen. Talking about my Nubian princess like that.
Yo, he had 3 story arcs in Zeo, dog. I was like, what?
He was on this feeling because he thought Adam was going to take his girl.
Hey, I got this cog that makes me invisible. I'm gonna beat you, Adam, in this martial arts tournament, and it went nowhere.
So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna lower her self-esteem so she'll stay with me, because that always works.
I don't know, man. Adam and Tanya, that would have been an interesting pairing, though.
Bro, I was waiting on that shit. Like,
hey, when they faced off, it was Curtis and his new girlfriend, and Tanya and Adam. I'm like, so Adam, you about to hit you and Tanya about to hook up? I mean, hey, I'll be for it.
Hey. I will sell that ship. Where's my Admiral's hat? Where's my captain's hat? Put this shit on.
I will ship that all day.
I will take it straight to the dock. Let it sail.
Oh man, you know what? I would appreciate this with Dairanger too. I like how they kept, and we talked about that in the 199 Heroes movie. Ryo ended up becoming a professional chef. Got his own food cart and everything. They kept that whole thorough line was like, no, I'm a Dairanger, but I'm still cooking. I'm cooking in this restaurant, dog. You ain't gonna stop me.
Because I like how the reason Kaku was like, I started the truce because I want you guys to pursue your dreams. Did you really, Kaku?
Dude, Ryo was sitting there with this fucking damn chef with this chef shit on, like, dog. I'm still cooking.
ID. Put up in his meat going like, this motherfucker, you know what?
Dude, he got his chef head on and shit, and he's like, dog, like, you didn't deter me from my dream. I'm like on the side cooking while I'm fighting for you. So you didn't really deter my dream, man. I'm just putting it out here.
Like, we can't multitask, if there is no planet for me to cook on, then you see the problem here.
Exactly. Like, come on, dog. Like, Come on. Maybe Daigo over here, maybe he wants to pursue something, but I'm good. I'm cool. I'm great.
Wants to be an idol.
I think she does. Yeah, she does want to be an idol, doesn't she?
So the whole episode where they had the manager that was a monster.
It's like, hey, we love you, Ren. Why don't you come over here and be part of our group? All right, cool. I'm like, did you not check his credentials, Ren? Did you not?
All of a sudden, this dude comes out of nowhere and makes all your dreams come true. I'm saying, especially if his last name is Weinstein, you might want to look into that shit.
And then Kazu, on top of being drunken fighter extraordinaire, the dude's a hairdresser and a dancer. That's what we like to call the metrosexual before there was metrosexuals. That's all I'm saying, man. That dude was looking fly every episode.
Hold on. Who was it that got the car that got fucked up?
Oh, shit. Damn it, I forgot the episode. Fuck. That shit was funny, though.
That shit was fucking hilarious.
It's like, how did your shoes not fall off after getting hit by a car? Dude, he came full just bam. I'm like, whoa. We just hitting people with cars.
That's what we doing now? Okay.
Oh my god, man. Yo, Kazu a hairdresser, which I'm like, all right, cool. Shoji's a boxer.
As you are.
I mean, as it is and stuff like that. I mean, there's a focused episode where his greatest dream is he wants to be a boxing champion, and his coach is like, I don't know what you're doing on the side, man, but clearly you don't have the heart to be a boxer. I'm like, god damn, if only he knew that he was out here saving the world.
You might want to take my round back there, buddy. I'll lock the door behind y'all. Don't worry about it.
That's cool. That's cool. I mean, I saved your life, but that's fine. That is fine. I mean,
sure. I don't have heart. I just, I can't pay the rent.
I'm gonna kiss my ass. I hate you.
Okay. Haven't had a steady job in a couple of weeks now. I'm too busy keeping the city from being crushed by giant monsters. But okay, cool.
I mean,
all right. Okay, cool.
Oh yeah, we also have to talk about the Gorma Stooges.
You mean my dude, President Kaze?
Yeah, Kaze, Gravestone, and the telephone.
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 You mean the Gorma Team Rocket? Some of the best goon characters.
I was gonna say Gorma Ginyu Force, but Gorma Team Rocket is on point.
They are fucking great.
Bruh, they go from folks. I want to understand this. These three monsters got a lot of characterization over the course of the series. They weren't just one off. It was like, yo, they were supposed to be fucking fighting the Dairangers, and then over the course of the series, it's like, you know what? I like to cut the Dairangers jib. I think we're gonna go team up with them. They're cool people. They let us live. We're fine. We're good.
That whole fucking soccer episode.
Bruh.
Or the fucking Japanese gangster bike school race they did.
Look, first off, the dangerous soccer game was fucking hilarious. I'm like, bruh, let me get this right. If you miss the goal, you get blown up. What kind of game? What kind of terrorist game is this, man? This is weird. It's like your guys' definition of fun is not fun whatsoever, man. I'm sorry.
That's man. Like, what the fuck?
And I appreciate the fact that that's a mainstay for Super Sentai, where you get the bad guys that end up kind of befriending the good guys in a way, and they kind of become the side characters. I'm always appreciative of those kind of things. It's great and stuff. So, especially like I said, this is Blackwing said it best, the baseball episode.
See, I forgot about that shit when they
Bruh.
Bruh.
You know what? When I saw that episode, I was like, that's probably where Samurai Champloo got their inspiration from. I mean, but yeah, this whole series is great. Like, I'll say this: it's 50 episodes, but them shits go by pretty quick. It feels like they go by quick, but there's, like I said, each episode there's an arc. Even a one-off episode, you're like, I mean, this is a one-off episode, but I'm fine with this. This is fun.
Yeah, like I'm trying to remember when I watched it. Like, I don't remember ever going like, there's some Sentai you watch where you're just like, wrap it up, G.
Yeah.
But like this, it all goes at kind of a brisk pace because, like I say, like they do a good job with sprinkling those plot elements throughout the season where it's like shit just doesn't pop up and they're always feeding on and what they've had done in the past.
Yeah. I mean, if you like I said, if you've watched Power Rangers season 2, I also think that it is kind of a fun game of seeing how they use the monsters in Dairanger compared to Power Rangers and stuff in a way. Again, it's nothing against season 2 of Power Rangers and stuff, but it's funny seeing the amount of weight and importance that they put on a lot of the monsters in terms of what they do in those episodes. And it's not like I said, Power Rangers, when they use the monsters, sometimes they use them kind of like their Sentai counterpart, and then other times it's like, oh, it's just a one-off monster. We don't care.
Because I mean, very hard of it. Like Serpentera's not a busted ass Zord. He's like the god of order and balance.
That's what's gonna fuck people up, because a lot of people will be like, "Is that Serpentera?" I'm like, Serpentera means business, dog. Like, he will destroy shit just to get his point across. Like, yo, cut the shit. And here's the thing that I love. The scale. Like, I think Power Rangers, the first time you saw Serpentera, like, is it that big? When you see it in Dairanger, the scale that they use, I'm pretty sure that's a lot of blue screen that they used. It's dope seeing when the Dairanger, when they're like flying alongside Serpentera, it's like, yo, this shit's fucking huge.
Like, he fucking cold cocks them and they go flying. Like, fuck out of here.
And then it's just... And just it's like the fact that it lands and then it doesn't move whatsoever. It's scary as shit. It's like, so it's just gonna post up on the block.
Post up, regulating. Like,
all right, cool. All right, cool.
Y'all still fighting? Okay. Bleh.
Also, Dairanger theme, probably top 5 theme of all time.
Oh yeah, that shit bang. That shit bang.
Shit slaps. And also too, the opening scene, the opening credits, they do this thing where they'll basically put scenes for that episode in the opening. I think the first 5 episodes they don't, but like after that, every episode is like they'll intersplice a clip of that episode in the opening and stuff. So it's actually pretty interesting.
Showing off some of the stunt work you should be looking forward to.
Exactly. Oh, you like the Yellow Ranger doing this? Well, hey, watch the episode. You're gonna get more. Because even the out of suit fights are dope as shit.
I said, those some talented stunt people, man.
I mean, hey, it's great and stuff. But yeah, I would definitely do it. You could buy Dairanger on Shout Factory's website. Good price.
For Shout Factory, maybe we'll convince them to get a lot of fire in their ass and talk to fucking Hasbro.
I mean, Shout Factory is like the person that has so many toys and doesn't know what to do, because it's like 1 minute you got Super Sentai and Power Rangers, next minute you got Kamen Rider slapping your lap, and you're like, what do I do?
And again, Shout Factory, I have money. You have Kamen Rider. We can come into an arrangement.
I mean, dude, give me Black RX. Give me Kamen Rider Black.
Give me what I want. Like, you have the Kamen Rider. Put them on a DVD. Give me the DVDs. Just
do that. Give me Kugo on Blu-ray. I will buy the Blu-ray.
You have it. I'm trying to give you my money.
Is the ATM here? Just put it in there.
Why do you not want my money? I'm trying to give it to you.
Oh my god.
Or I will take it in blood and thunder. Try to be diplomatic here.
Yo, I think we haven't talked enough about how, like, early Super Sentai, they were snapping necks on some of these grunts too. I'm just saying, at some point, it's just like, they just did it, and it was just like, God, I'm like, whoa, hey, guys.
Excessive use of force. Like,
even though Gingaman did it more times than Dairanger did, though, but,
like,
I mean.
I was just talking, because, I'm going through watching all the old Ultraman shit, right?
Yeah.
And I was like, sometimes I feel really bad for the monsters and the aliens. Because Ultraman be beating the shit out of these folk.
The Randy Savage meme still holds true. I got you 3 minutes. 3 minutes of me time. Playtime.
Like, this one episode, dog, I was like crying for like 20 minutes laughing. So like the whole episode is essentially this dude, he has an unknown species of dinosaur that he's keeping essentially like a pet, right?
Yeah.
So the giant dinosaur is essentially like basically this dude's dog.
Mm-hmm.
So he seeks the dinosaur on some people. So Ultraman shows up, regulates shops. So the dinosaur has like this plume thing on his neck. Ultraman rips that shit off. He, then beats the shit out of the monster. Laser beams or whatever. The monster's dead. So while the monster's lying there dead, he kind of picks up the plume that he ripped off, mind you, and just kind of lays it on the corpse, kind of like, ooh, 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 ooh.
Bruh.
What, dog, you fucking prick, Ultraman. You are a fucking prick.
Dude, Ultraman is.
You just killed that man's dog.
Man, you know what? Like before we go, I had an epiphany and stuff. We talked about it earlier in the episode when it came to like season 2 of Power Rangers. I'm kind of interested on what the writing room was for them, because we know that Saban didn't want to switch the suits because they were iconic, right? But I gotta imagine what would have happened if Saban really did relent and switch to the new suits. Like how much of a 180? Like how much of the because really I felt that he would have been more in cruise control in season 2 because he has all this footage to use of the Dairanger suits.
I don't think he would have used that much of the Dairanger footage because need I remind you, the Dairanger fight scenes were raw as fuck. And I don't think any of those nut shot slapping blood fountain fight sequences are getting anywhere past the soccer mom brigade.
Fox 5 sensors, yeah, you're right.
And on top of that shit, 99% of the time, most of the footage of the Dairangers is them fighting the Gorman generals in like human form and shit.
Oh, that's right. Damn.
We got away with Scorpina because she was like done up and she had like a monster form. So I think you could have slid under the radar with the standards and practices going and say, well, look, she's non-human. See, she has
everybody else is like, I don't know, man.
So
I mean, what was funny is that even the High Priest Saw guy was an American white dude, which throws me off because I was like, this dude was speaking English and speaking Japanese, and I was like, this is kind of strange, but I'm fine with this though.
Get that bag, get that fucking bag, homie. I'm not mad at you. So then that's my thing. So I don't think they would have done that because of the footage issue. They wouldn't have done that because if they change suits, then people have been like, I don't like those costumes, even though those costumes are fucking fresh.
I love them.
There have been people like those aren't the Power Rangers. They would have like, them costumes ugly. They would have had a whole fucking backlash of that shit. So that probably would not have happened.
Yeah.
Which by the way, I know a lot of people say this, but like they think the White Ranger fits in with the Jew Ranger costumes. He always stood out to me. And when
I stood out a little bit more.
When I found out the costumes he's supposed to go with, I was like, oh hell yeah, he does not. He looks way better with them.
Yeah, because the thing of it is, it's like it felt like he was a fresh Ranger compared to the other old suits and stuff. Especially when you got to season 3, it's like, all right, guys, like this is a little weird. Which, funny enough, it would have been weird if they did go full blown Kaku Ranger in season 3. So that would have been like Pink Ranger a bit odd man out. Like, so I don't get a suit, none. All right.
So Tommy has a skirt now. Oh, okay.
Yo, how funny would it have been if all of a sudden Tommy was like, yeah, sorry guys, I'm gonna be in the command center, so you guys got this. I mean,
you think JDF gonna let that shit happen?
Nah.
You think JDF gonna be fucking Ninja? That you think's gonna happen? That you think's going on right now?
That'd be the most dick swinging move right there. Hey JDF, you're Ninja. do some ADR. Oh man, but yeah, Dairanger, buy it on DVD.
Pretty please support the official release.
I don't know what should we do next though. That's a toughie. There's a toughie on that one.
Should we give the power again to the people?
We should. Just gotta figure out what list. Just gotta figure it out. Gotta figure it out.
Any suggestions? Please hit us up on our social media accounts.
Yeah, definitely. If you got suggestions, we'll definitely do it and stuff. See, Blackwing said Kamen Rider, but which one though?
Do you mean the Kamen Rider? Because I just finished watching all 90-some episodes.
You did watch OG Kamen Rider. That would be an interesting one to kind of dive into, though, to be fair.
I do love me some Hongo. That's my main man.
Well, you got to specify Hongo and his replacement.
Ichimonji. Or I just finished OG Ultraman. Didn't you just finish OG Ultraman? Or are you watching it now?
I'm watching it right now. We could do Ultraman.
I was like, my bad on that spoiler. Though.
No, you're fine. I'm just saying.
He's a dick. That man.
We could do Ultraman, OG Ultraman, because that would be a good continuation from Ultra Q. Shout outs to everybody that loved that episode. We loved it too.
I like that show. Yeah. I mean, it's
Hey,
good.
look. I felt that if you can sell people on a black and white show that is like crazy and the description is apt, people will watch it. They will. So
It's great. I mean, it's a great show. I mean, we didn't do anything. We just said watch it. The show sold itself.
I mean, look. I think I oversold people on the Blu-ray, and I got 2 people that was like, "Yo, I bought the Blu-ray. That shit's crisp." I'm like, "Yep,
I told you. Like, did I say that shit? I'm like, when I put it in, I was like, it can't be that good. Them transfers, bruh.
bruh."
It should look like it was filmed last week. That shit looks.
I was watching it like, "Yo, is there a color version of this? I really want to see the color version of this."
Yeah. See, now I'm curious. Now I'm like, can we get the same? It's like, does it look this crisp? I'm kind of curious. Like, because at first I was like, I kind of don't want to see it, but now the more I think about it, I was like, man, them transfers are looking mighty fucking fine.
Hey, the Ultraman transfer is pretty good on that one too.
That shit looks crisp too.
So I mean, hey, see, Blackwing said Ryuki, which I'll think about that one because Ryuki is definitely a 180 from Dragon Knight, definitely.
Watch Kamen Rider Fate. Okay.
With 2 movies with the mulligan of the endings, like, oh, you don't like the ending for the TV show? Well, we're gonna give you this other one, and then we're gonna give you another one.
They have 4 routes.
4 routes. It's like choose your own adventure routes.
Yeah, so you get the TV show ending, you get that OVA ending,
Mm-hmm.
you get the movie ending, or you get writer time. Which one you want?
I mean, I like the ending where basically, they reset everything. That was fun.
See, I took that. I took the TV ending to be the canon ending to mean like this shit is a never-ending circle and it's going on forever. Like it's still going on.
Everybody's back alive again, and the game starts all over again.
In a never-ending cycle. It's just different
people. Yeah. So it's I took it as that and stuff. It's kind of like Kabuto with their 2 different endings, and I'm like, I think I go with the TV ending. That's a little bit more better.
Yeah, I don't think I like the Rider Apocalypse. I'm good on that.
I mean, the suits are dope, but Rider Apocalypse, I'm good.
Pouring out from a man Sasor. And then I think here's my feeling. So with Foz, I feel like the TV show happens and it ends, but then like the movie is the for real canon ending. Like that's what really happens.
Could.
Like I feel like the TV show goes on, then to a certain point, and Paradise Lost happens. I mean,
but I figure out what it is. I mean, Ryuki's a good one. Kamen Rider OG is good. Ultraman OG is good. So there's 3 of them so far. We'll see. But anyways, thanks for joining us in for this live show. This is great. If you are watching this live, me and D and Anthony, we're going to be back on live on our Facebook page for the oh my god, the fucking show, Lovecraft Country episode 2, and doing our after show recap on that one and seeing if the show doesn't go into predictable territory. I'm praying to God it doesn't go. So
good luck on that.
We'll see in about 2 hours from now. So 2.5 hours. 2 hours and 20 minutes from now. So as it stands. So anyways, we will catch you guys later. Peace out.
Auf Wiedersehen, dudes.